a couple of you want to add opening and closing doors to your projects. And this is an example taken from Unity in Action, the third edition, chapter 9, adding interactive devices and items within the game. It is rough, it's not a smooth animation, but I created this very basic environment. It's just here in the hierarchy, you can see there's a ground plane, there are two walls, and there's a door. I'm using the prefabs from the starter asset for the first-person controller. Unity's first-person controller, you can see I embedded them in the player rig that is an empty game object that I created, and put the main camera, player capsule, and player follow camera in those. You might remember that the player follow camera needs something to follow, and what it follows is the player camera root, which I dragged into this field. So the door has a collider. The collider is just, again, an empty game object that I added a collider to, and then added a script device trigger. So there's two scripts happening here. I have in my assets folder, I created a scripts folder, and there's the door open device. This is a script that you should take a look at. It's pretty flexible. It is added to the door. In this case, it's just a cube that's resized. And I have it selected in the hierarchy. You can see I added component and then added the door open device. And it has three values for which way it can move. These values are variables that are public variables so that you can manipulate them here in the inspector. So I have it slide on the x-coordinate -3.5. It doesn't actually slide because it's not animating, it just jumps to that value. The other script that's needed is on what's acting has a collider. So it doesn't have a material, so this is transparent. It's bigger than the door, stretches out on both ends, and it has this device trigger script. The device trigger can work with any game object that you want to track player interaction with. In this case, so it's an array, and I could add more. In this case, it's just the door. So I needed to drag the door from the hierarchy. I needed to add an array element, drag the door into this field in order to make it work. It's all working now. You can look at both scripts. They're available on the project that I'll upload so you can pull it. And they're pretty small scripts. Each of them you can take a look at here. But they depend on this activate and deactivate string values. So both the public void activate checks whether or not it's being activated, and deactivate will close it, reset the door. If I test it, I have the game view down in the bottom right over here so that we can look at the actual scene as it plays. So I'm going to select the collider so we can see it, and I'm going to go ahead and play this. I'll come down to the game, and I can look around. Not much to look at. And I'll move into the collider, and the door opens. So I can see the doors here. It's moved -3.5 on the x-coordinate, so it's inside this wall. And if I walk through, if I get past the collider, it closes. So there's the closed door. And once again, if I walk through it, opens, it's there, and I'll walk through and get past the collider and it will close. So this is rough, but it works. And generally the best way to move forward is to just have a um, working elements, and slowly you can figure out how to animate it versus just having it jump from one position to another position. All right, hope this helps.